Hi everyone, Miss B here. I'm taking a break from the book fair to record a story for you because last week I saw you guys making those amazing windmills in STEM class, and it reminded me of not only a book that I've read, but a movie that was inspired by the book. And the movie's available on Netflix. So I thought I would read you the book, and then if you're interested, you can watch the movie on Netflix. So it's called The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. And so look, that should look familiar to you because you guys made that. So I'm going to read this story to you. It's a very quick story. Okay, here we go. It's also a true story. So this is a nonfiction text, and I will try to get this centered for us. Okay. In a small village in Malawi, which is a country in Africa, where people had no money for lights, nightfall came quickly and hurried poor farmers to bed. But for William, the darkness was best for dreaming. Oh, wow, look at that. He dreamed of building things and taking them apart. That sounds like STEM class. Like the trucks with bottle cap wheels parked under his bed and pieces of radios that he'd crack open and wonder, if I can hear the music, then where's the band? His grandpa's tales of magic also whispered in the pitch black of his room. Witch planes passed through the window while ghost dancers twirled around the room as if 100 men were inside their bodies. So we have science and the magic there. At dawn in the fields, William scanned the maze rows for magical beings, then wondered as a truck rumbled past, how does this engine make it go? Pay attention where you throw that hoe, his father shouted. You'll cut off your foot. For all its power over dancers and flying things, magic could not bring the rain. Without water, the sun rose angry each morning and scorched the fields, turning the maize into dust. Without food, Malawi began to starve. Soon William's father gathered the children and said, from now on, we eat only one meal per day. Make it last. In the evenings, they sat around the lantern and ate their handful, watching hungry people pass like spirits along the roads. So imagine only eating a handful of food a day, and that's it. Money also disappeared with the rain. Pepani, his father said, I'm sorry, you will have to drop out of school. Now William stood on the road and watched the lucky students pass, along with the monster in his belly and the lump in his throat. For weeks he sulked under the mango tree, until he remembered the library down the road, a gift from the Americans. He found science books filled with brilliant pictures. With his English dictionary close by, William put together how engines moved through those big trucks and how radios pulled their music from the sky. But the greatest picture of all was a machine taller than the tallest tree, with blades like a fan, a giant pinwheel, something like magic. Slowly, he built the sentence. Windmills can produce electricity and pump water. He closed his eyes and saw a windmill outside his home, pulling electricity from the breeze and bringing light to the dark valley. He saw the machine drawing cool water from the ground, sending it gushing through the thirsty fields, turning the maize tall and green, even when farmers' prayers for rain went unanswered. This windmill was more than a machine. It was a weapon to fight the hunger. I'm going to try my best to say this. Majestia me pepo, he whispered. I will build electric wind. In the junkyard, pieces appeared like rusted treasures in the tall grass. A tractor fan, some pipe, and bearings and bolts that required every muscle to remove. Tonga, he'd shout to the birds and spiders, holding up his prize. But as William dragged his metals home, people called out, this boy is Masala. Only crazy people play with trash. After many weeks, William arranged his pieces in the dirt. a broken bicycle, rusted bottle caps, and plastic pipe, even a small generator that powered a headlight on a bike. For 3 days, he bolted, banged, and tinkered while chickens squawked and dogs barked and neighbors shook their heads saying, "What's Masala doing now?" His cousin Jeffrey and best friend Gilbert soon appeared. "Mulibangi," they greeted. "Can we help with electric wind?" "Grab your pangas and follow me," he said, and took them into the forest. Together they swung their sharp blades into the trunks of blue gum trees, then hammered them together to make the tower. Standing atop, William shouted, "Bring it up," while the boys tugged and heaved. A crowd gathered below and gazed at the strange machine that now leaned and wobbled like a clumsy giraffe. Some giggled, others teased, but William waited for the wind. Like always, it came, first a breeze, then a gusting gale. The tower swayed and the blades spun around. With sore hands once slowed by hunger and darkness, William connected wires to a small bulb, which flickered at first, then surged as bright as the sun. "Tonga," he shouted, "I have made electric wind." "Wachita bueno," a man shouted, "well done." As the doubters clapped and cheered, William knew he had just begun. Light could not fill empty bellies, but another windmill could soak the dry ground, creating food where once there was none. "Magetsi a mapepo," electric wind, "can feed my country," William thought. And that was the strongest magic of all. Okay, so that's a little bit about how William, where he came from, his story, and how he actually began to build these windmills and started kind of a revolution in his country. And like I said, if you enjoyed this and enjoyed making the windmills and learning about that, there is a really great movie on Netflix that talks just about this. So thank you guys. I'll join you for another story time soon. The next one is actually over about solar energy. So we're going to read a story about the sun. See you later. Bye.